So we're back. We're inside. I can't believe that the book left us right there. And it really is the book because part 3 starts next. There are 2 black pages. I had to stop. So Sammy and I are back inside. Pardon me, Sammy, you're stealing my screen. But I want you to think about something as you listen. Maybe re-listen to the portion I just read. I want you to listen for vocabulary words that you might not know, because this book is filled with some really, really good vocabulary. As I was listening, I heard the word shears, and I was just wondering, shears can be used in a lot of different ways. So I want you to think about how it's used in this story, the relevance, the importance of the word shears. I also heard the word vagrant. Dr. Crouch described her as a disease-ridden vagrant. So I would probably want to look that up. He's not complimenting her. She sarcastically says, "Why, thank you, sir," as if it was a compliment. So I might be curious as to what vagrant means, how they're using it here. I also heard perilously, describing how the net was hanging from the branch of the tree itself. So what do they mean by that? I know it ends in ly, so it's an adjective, it's a description. Tammy, you're distracting me. I know that it's a description. So I would want to ask myself, why are they using that word? Why did the author choose that word? So use some of your skills and figuring out those context clues. And I want you to tell me, why do you think he chose these words? And you don't have to pick these 3. You can re-listen to the clip and pick out some really cool vocabulary on your own. I'm going to risk saying this. You could even download a copy of it on any book app you might have, Kindle or something. I don't know. It's an expensive book. It's like $15, I think, online. So you might not want to. Plus, if you don't trust yourself that you might read ahead, then you may not purchase it. Mom, Dad, don't let them. So anyway, but I do want you to pick up some vocabulary words that we heard in there and maybe think why the author chose those words. How did some of those words that you might not have known add to the word picture that the author is painting in this part? I think it was pretty ingenious of them to create a trap. Unfortunately, they caught Hester Kettle. Then the other thing, though, as I was reading, that came to my mind was when Molly thinks how she can get the night gardener, because she remembers he doesn't like light. So when she created that camera flash, the old-timey way with the powder, that was pretty creative. That was very ingenious. That was very much survival. That was very much necessity is the mother of invention. Next time we read this, which will be shortly, I want to remember to show you, I actually have, you know how they're describing the picture taken on the metal or the copper or something, it ends up being an image on a copper plate. My grandmother's high school graduation picture is one of those copper plate pictures. And I'm not really sure how they get the image from the copper plate to paper. That's something we could research on our own. Pretty interesting though. But I will show you the copper plate picture that I have of my grandmother. I keep it because she was a teacher too, and I value her very much. So just want to share those things with you. Hint, 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 Russell, when you watch this and others, I'm this close to having a board like Mrs. Dyer used, not as big as fancy, but a home DIY project. I'm this close. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.